Here the Fords fired up. They'll be rolling on the racetrack right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Showtime Speedway for the second night of action out of 5 here. I'm Tommy Mason. You did not hear my voice last night if you were watching, but I made it to Showtime alongside of Tim Worst, or Jeffrey Worst.
Jeffrey Worst.
Tim Terry, next alongside of me here. Tim is a familiar voice within the Speed Sport Network. Legends Nation TV is where you've heard his voice before. Tim's Corner Motorsports. Tim, welcome back to Showtime.
I'm excited to be here. This is a vacation for me, so I get to come down and watch some racing. Excited for the rest of the weekend, but these Ford drivers are getting ready to go at it. They were going at it in practice, let alone this heat race.
Absolutely. So what you're seeing here, for those that aren't familiar with this Ford division, it's a 4.6 liter engine rule. Crown Vics, you can see the Lincoln inside of row number 2, mainly made up of Crown Vics. Old taxi cabs, police cars, security machines, you name it. As long as it's got a 4.6 and a roll cage and some safety, we'll race it here. It's been a popular division in the Midwest out at the Sportsdrome Speedway and the Indianapolis Speedrome, and Robert Yoho bringing it south here to Florida. So this is heat number 1 for the Fords, and they have been nothing but exciting, like you said, Tim, even in practice.
Yeah, Travis Nichols and John Gimbel on the front row as the pace truck looks to peel off here, and we're getting ready for green on a Thursday night.
And we're going. They're just bump drafting just like NASCAR.
I think 59 got away from that here. We're going to see 3 wide down the back straightaway. That 42 car of Rick Hanley wants one more spot and might try to get one more. Gets a little close to that 51, tries to make it happen with the sideways.
Oh, hang on. Frank Kimmel there in the 46 trying to work his way forward. No, that looks like Frank Kimmel's car. I don't think that's Frank himself.
It's got some speed in it, though.
Yeah, it
does. Almost looks like it is. And take 3rd place here.
Maybe they should run Crown Vics and ARCA.
And that's Greg Smith moving up to position number 3, and in behind, little bump, little rub. Keep it straight. No harm, no foul. They'll continue on.
And they're single file now. They've stretched out. The 59 is out to a lead.
Thursday evening stroll out in front of the field for Travis Nichols.
You can see the gap here between 1st and 2nd as we are clicking lap number 4 now on the board of this heat race.
And it doesn't even look like the 59 car is really pushing it right now. He's got that half straightaway lead and pulling away from the rest of the field and maybe trying to get some laps in here, trying to learn something for a little bit later on. Flagman shows the white flag here.
Like you said, just cruising right now. At least it looks like that to us, but maybe not behind the wheel. And these drivers are going to go oval racing and figure 8 throughout this entire weekend out of 4.
As they come into turn number 4, it's going to be Travis Nichols picking up the checkered flag in the 59. Second looked a little closer at the end. The Kimmel car looked like it was getting close. That's Greg Smith. Rick Hanley finishes in 2nd. Austin Dunham and Philip Knapp complete your top 5, I believe, as they come across the stripe here.
It's a good work by everybody. Now some of them are getting ready for figure 8s. Now they're not going to run figure 8s unless something changes, and that does happen often here at Showtime.
Yep.
But if something changes here tonight, that'd be a surprise to everyone. But oval division or oval racing for this Ford division here this evening.
We got a busy program tonight too.
We do. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So yesterday might have been a more lax because we got a lot of practice in. We had 3 divisions racing, but from literally tonight on, we're going to see a lot of racing every night.
We're going to see some practice sessions later on tonight for some of the divisions that are running later in the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
125 laps for the non-wing sprints later on.
That's going to be fun. This is our first time seeing sprint cars here at Showtime Speedway, non-wing, in honor of Dave Steele, who won winged or non-winged, didn't matter. He had it all figured out.
In the words of Brian Nagy, last night they were sending it for 5th. If you're excited for this weekend, you're going to want to be excited for this feature coming up. They've already qualified. They're all good to go. Looks like we got some more Fords out here for another heat race.
Yeah, we do. So I don't know if you have a lineup.
I do. I have.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, look at that. I have Eric Sharon. That's the 6 car. It's going to line up on the outside, I believe. I got Kyle Courtney listed as that 44 car. Lights on top, everything else ready to go. Who's he chasing, though?
I guess we got 2 vehicles with lights on. But he didn't turn off his lights when the lights went out.
No. Should be ready to go here. Jeremy Goulet on the inside. That's my French-Canadian coming out, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Looks like the 6 is falling back to the rear of the field. Got Keith Lowe in the 1C, or that's the 1 cent at the back of the field.
I think it's 1 cent. Yep.
He's hoping to pick up more than 1 cent before this thing is done. Pace truck is off. We're going green.
Here we go.
And the one of Josh Foltz to the outside, not wasting any time, 3 wide.
Foltz, driver that's fast out in the Midwest, coming south to Showtime and still battling for the lead.
Takes that outside line, little rub from that inside car. They're still 3 wide. They hold it for a lap.
Ford division, 3 wide by 3 wide.
Josh Garr in the middle, sideways, 4-wheel drift. He maintains second. The one of Foltz going to take that lead.
The police car making their way forward after dropping to the back.
Now this is the time you would turn your lights on.
Yeah.
Needs to make up some spots. Currently sitting in position number 6 is Sharon.
We told you this division was going to be competitive and exciting, and you're seeing just that. Battle for third.
And it might be a battle for second. They're catching that number 22 with Josh Garr. Leader pulling away.
Now leader all by themselves. Foltz now up to about a 5 car length lead.
And 3 white Fords in behind.
I've noticed these 3 cars, they get sideways out of 4, and then that car wants to kind of overcorrect towards the wall, so they have to use a lot of wheel input through these corners.
They got to be careful with it. White flag is going to come up for the one of Foltz. This battle for second it's not over, and I don't think it's going to be over in a lap, but it's going to have to be.
I agree. They make it so far. I'll go to Foltz. You keep an eye on those drivers.
So Foltz is going to come out of turn 4, take that checkered flag. About status quo for that second place battle. Little slide from the 1 cent at the end. And completing the fields of 15 of Jeremy Goulet. Eric Sharon did not finish. I don't know if the lights malfunctioned or what have you, but he pulled off before the race was over.
That's no good.
No.
I guess that means that the criminals won that one because they drove away.
Tune it up for the feature. Oh,
That's right.
There's lights. There's more lights on the 44, Kyle Courtney.
Here they come, the Ford 4.6 division. Now, in the heat races, we talked about what goes into this division. Not much. It's a engine leader rule. 4.6 has to be the engine. And so you'll see Crown Vics, you'll see Lincolns. Now, they call it a Ford division because that's what they all are.
Yep.
They're all from the Blue Oval in Detroit. And here we go. I think we're just about ready to send them all to pace. And now I believe we got all the cars. Do you have the names and numbers per the starting lineup, per se?
I don't have anything on Race Monitor yet, but I think I do have something in my pocket.
That's no problem. I didn't want to lead you on and then say, okay, Tim's got the starting lineup, and then you're like, no, I don't. Because who would ever do that on a little bit of TV? All right.
The heat races were exciting, though. I think 2 heat races.
Yeah, we got a lot to see. And these cars are a handful. Through the corners, they're sliding up the track, but then out of the corner, especially turn number 4, low banking, you see them having to grab an extra wheel to keep from going into the wall. And now we are pace.
And we got one
lap.
to go.
Oh, see, moving right along. Well, do your best, I guess.
The 46 is going to be Greg Smith. That's the Frank Kimmel car.
Yeah.
He was quick in qualifying. The outside going to be the 22 of Josh Garr. Rick Hanley, the 42. The 1 of Josh Foltz was quick in his heat race. The 59 on the inside of row number 3 is Travis Nichols. Kyle Courtney with the light on the outside. Row number 4 is going to see Austin Dunham and Keith Lowe, the 1 cent on the outside. Philip Knapp, Jeremy Goulet, John Gimbel, Eric Sharon, and Lyman Miller, your scheduled starters for this one. It's supposed to be 13 strong. I see 12 on the racetrack, and we're getting ready for green.
And we're racing.
And we're not.
No, we're not.
False alarm. Try it again.
So we might be waiting on the last car, or we might not. We're going to go red. No, we're going to resort the lineup.
I think that's Yoho down there trying to figure out.
The boss man.
Yep. Yeah, we got it right. Maybe.
For the 46, he was scheduled to start on the pole, at least what we thought. But he's going to the back.
And so is the 22 of Josh Garr. So Smith and Garr being moved to the back. So that'll put Rick Hanley and Josh Foltz on the front row.
So this division, for those of you that are familiar with Ford division, this is a mix between local and Midwestern drivers. And for those of you that aren't, this is just the beginning of this division. In the Midwest, they've grossed over 60 of these type of racing machines. And here we go. Ford division oval main event, showtime.
Already four wide.
Oh.
If they could have fit one more, I think they probably would have.
Battle up front for the lead. Foltz to the outside. He might get squished. Oh, no.
Oh, that ain't going to work. 4 wide again. Little more contact.
Oh,
Slide it in.
They're literally making contact all throughout the field. But here's a battle for third. The 6, the cop car up into second. Turn around is a 1 penny. Turn 4, 1 cent goes around.
If any gets to turn around, we're going to stay green. Battle for third continues to heat up.
What I love about this division is it's like all the cop cars doing a high-speed chase.
Yep.
On each other.
I think that 59 of Nichols is probably the most determined out of anybody that's in this battle right now. Was looking for the lead earlier, now looking to stay in the top 3 and hang on, but he's got some work to do. He's got Hanley right in front of him. And here comes Frank Kimmel.
Yep. And you can see how much of a handful these cars are through the corners. I mean, look at, you see cars pushing, cars sliding. Not much of a setup you can put in these things, but there's not much you can really dial in per the rules. Battle for third.
And it's been a great battle all race long, and I think they're going to be joined by that 46 sooner rather than later. Greg Smith takes a look to the outside of the car battling for position number 5. That's the 22 with Josh Garr, and then that battle right in front of them continues to heat up as they'll come by this time to see the halfway mark in this 15-lap feature.
Oh, door to door. They're the wall there.
You know, we saw that 46 start at the back. I think he's got one of the fastest cars here. He might run out of time if this thing stays green, but Smith flying through the field. He's already taken position number 5 and looking for one more on Hanley.
On the bumper into one and to the low side. They got fenders and they'll use them.
No harm to lean into the guy on the outside if you have to, right?
Not in these cars. And that's the beauty of this division, because a lot of these drivers, you know, they're not out there to run into people on purpose.
Yep.
But they know that if they do, they just beat the dents back out, go racing. Oh, lap traffic for your leader.
Leader Foltz is in traffic. He's got the 1 cent, the penny in front of him. Spun earlier, got back going, but he might lose a lap here in the second half of this race, but he's got the 2 leaders right up. Sharon closing in. Oh, it's going to get tight.
And Foltz having to go low, way low, way low.
And we might have a change for the lead here. There goes the 6 of Sharon in the middle, and he'll take the lead away. Foltz on the hunt now.
And I think this race should be 300 laps.
I think it should be, because this is far from settled. I'm sure Foltz ain't too happy.
Right.
The 1 penny sails it on in. White flag flies for the 6 car of Sharon.
Made the move at the right time. The 6 going into turn 3.
Going to try to lock this thing up. Checkered flag going to be out, and Eric Sharon is going to pick up a win here at Showtime. Foltz in a great battle for 3rd.
We're not done with battles.
Look at this one. Josh Garr falling back at the end. But a battle through lap traffic, had to work his way through it, and Eric Sharon is going to be your winner of this one.
Here he is.
He earned that one.
He still has the cop car wheels. I love it. I'm guessing that was a cop car back in its day. So Sharon making it happen out here on night number 1 for this division.
Tip of the cap to Travis Nichols as well. He had to hold off Greg Smith at the very end of that one for 3rd.